Hey everyone, my name is Jacqueline Gadiming, also known as Jackie. Welcome to the I Am One YouTube channel, which is a channel all about self-love and self-understanding through astrology and spirituality. Thank you so much for everyone who has been watching and supporting the channel. That's what's up. And if you subscribe, thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed, do the right thing, because on this channel, I'm going to be spilling all the knowledge on everything that you need to become the best version of yourself. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the sun sign in Cancer, because it is the fourth zodiac sign and it rules over the fourth house. So without wasting time, let's get into it. Intro. People under the Cancer sun sign are cardinal signs. So cardinal sign basically means that you are an initiator, but unlike the Aries, you're more of a cautious initiator. Cardinal sign also means that you're a go-getter. You know how to get what you want and you go for it without hesitation. It also means that you are a leader. Cardinal signs are leader signs, which makes you to turn to be bossy because you feel like you are right and your way is the right way. So this also means that you have the energy and drive to start something, and you turn to be open to taking new tasks. So people under the Cancer sun sign are ruled by the moon. The moon rules over our intuition, our emotions, our moods. It rules over our subconscious mind, which is our unconscious thoughts and habits. It rules over growth. The moon is growth. The moon is a very powerful force because, like I said, it rules over growth. So it is responsible for our growth and for the growth of the planet. So for growth as human beings, it is responsible for our growth both spiritually and physically. As humans, we grow both spiritually and physically through the new moon all the way to the full moon, which happens every month. But I'm going to explain the different moon phases later on in the video. The moon rules over emotions and is emotion. Emotion being energy in motion, not necessarily our moods and how we feel and all of those things, which also are a part of emotions. Those are just a part of emotions, but emotions have a broad perspective to it once you observe the behavior of the moon. The moon is a very powerful force because it controls the waters and its waves. We are made of 70% water and the earth is made of 70% water. So you can imagine how powerful the moon is. Everything we see around us, which include us, is made of energy and it is made of energy. Everything has energy. Even if it is stationary, it has energy. It has static energy. And because of this, energy is the driving force behind motion. And without motion, there is no life, which means that we're gonna be dead, right? So to better understand a Cancer and its energy, we have to understand the moon. Okay, so the moon has 28 phases that take 29 and a half days to go through. So within these 28 phases, we're going to divide them by 4. So the reason we divide them by 4, it is because the moon has 4 major phases, which is the new moon, the waning moon, the full moon, and the waxing moon. And these 4 main phases are also related to the 4 weeks a month, right? And then after we divide them by 4, we're going to get 7 sub phases, right? So the 7 sub phases are also related to the 7 days a week. And if you look at the word moon and month, they have the same root. This is because we use the moon to measure time, and the moon phases are also related to our menstrual cycle. So like I said, the moon has 4 main phases, and these main phases are the driving force behind the changes that we go through, but more especially for Cancer because you are ruled by the moon. So the new moon represents new beginning, adventure, relationships, anything that you want to bring in life, whether it's a child, a new cycle, and this is where ovulation starts. This is where most people start ovulating, especially if you are connected to your moon goddess. And then we have the waxing moon. The waxing moon is for growth, learning, creativity, healing, and transformation. And please, take note of the words that I'm saying, because they're going to play a major role when it comes to distinguishing your character as a Cancer. Okay, and then we have the full moon, which is about fulfillment, spell work, cleansing, crystals, protection, and harvest. It is also where manifestations come to fruition. And then we have, last but not least, the waning moon, which is about letting go, cleansing, and releasing. The reason I explained these major phases is because I want you as a Cancer person to understand the different phases that you go through as a person. So Cancer, you probably do not know why your emotions are always changing. Like, you are known as a moody person because one moment you could be happy and all over the place, and then one moment you're going through something. Is because all of these descriptive phases that I have explained are happening within you. You are going through healing, transformation, releasing, and new moon phases. You're going through all of these phases within yourself, and it is important to understand the phases that you go through as an individual in order to harness the powers and become a conscious creator of your reality instead of responding to everything that happens in your environment. The moon is a very powerful force, and like I said, the moment you start understanding that it is who you are, being emotional is who you are, and start accepting yourself for who you are, not only are the people that are around you going to accept you for who you are, but you're going to take back the power, because emotions are powerful. You are powerful. You should not suppress yourself for other people. You should allow yourself to be moody, allow yourself to experience all these emotions, allow yourself to be. Then other people will just have to keep up with allowing you to be, like, because somebody gets time for it. Another thing is, like I said, emotions are very powerful, and it is important to understand that they are not bad. So according to Dr. Dispenza, who is a neuroscientist, he says that emotions are indicators of our thoughts. So immediately when you experience a certain emotion, whether it is negative or positive, that means that you are thinking a thought that motivates the emotion to be. So if you think about a negative thing, instead of beating yourself up and feeling even more worse or trying to be better and all of those things, you should understand the root of that emotion. So the moon is the mother. So Cancer, you are naturally nurturing, you are protective, you are loving, you are gentle. This makes you a very great friend, because you know how to be there for your friends, you know how to be there for the ones that you love. And when it comes to other people's problems, you tend to feel what they feel. You know how to feel the emotions that they feel. You know how to embody somebody's feelings and put yourself in the person's shoes. You have a high vibe. A mother always knows when the child is not okay. So that is the energy that you bring out, that is the energy that you have within yourself. And when it comes to the motherly energy, you're a person that loves being surrounded by family, by your kids, by people that are close to you. You like hosting dinners, taking care of people. And I know a Cancer person who, every time when I'm with her, she buys me food. She wants to make sure that I'm okay. She wants to make sure that she wants to know where I am emotionally. Like, if I tell her that I'm not okay and all of these things, like, she'll put herself in her shoes and she'll go by all lengths to try to make me feel okay, say the right words and do whatever gesture she feels like will make me feel better, and that is one of the great qualities that you have. You are very family orientated, and you feel at ease being surrounded by the ones that you love. You like the comfort of a home, like you're a homebody. You would like to be at home. Like, if you could have a home, you like security, you like feeling safe. So if you would be at home for the rest of your life, like, just own one home for the rest of life, because this also goes back to the fact that you love consistency. And the reason you love consistency around your environment is because you are internally always changing, so you prefer your environment to stay consistent. And this also could lead you to being in situations where, when it comes to relationships, you are a person that usually goes back to your ex, because you love reliving the same emotion and feeling. You like reliving events in your life, and like I said, reliving emotions because you are constantly changing. So you want your external environment to always be constant, and you get involved into relationships that are like take long term. Like you are a long term person because you do not like change, you know. Um, and you would like to be with a partner that is like very devoted to you, and this is because you have a big heart, and your love language is affection, is being wanted. You love attention. And one thing about Cancerians is that you believe in the goodness of others because you are so good that if somebody tells you that somebody is wrong or doing whatever, you take time to believe them. Like, you don't believe them, you believe what you want to believe. Like, if you don't want to believe it, you won't believe it. So growing up, because you were a moon sign, unlike the sun gets tension. Everybody knows the sun, the sun is so bright and all of that. So because you're a moon sign, growing up, you never got the attention that you wanted as a child, whether from your parents, your siblings, or your guardian, or somebody that you looked up to, that you wanted them to like recognize you. Never got the recognition that you felt like you needed. And you probably dealt with a narcissist, which in turn made you an empath. So you're a person that is really giving and all of that, and you tend to like have a dark side, because the moon comes out in the dark. The moon is in the darkness, right? You have a lot of self-pity. You a person that you get attached because you don't want to lose the things that you have. And you're always looking for assurance from other people. And another thing is, when you do not feel okay, you turn to distance yourself from other people because you feel like you're the only person that can nurture yourself the way you want to nurture yourself. And also because you're constantly changing, you feel like other people will not understand how you are, like how internally you're changing. So you prefer to nurture yourself because you're the only person that can nurture yourself. And as much as you can be there for other people, you should always allow people to be there for you. I always say that we all need that one friend that we can talk to. If you don't have a friend that you can talk to, a therapist is always like, can always help. And one thing I know is that journaling can help because, like I said, if you're a person that likes, going into your own cave, I wouldn't say come out of that cave and tell everybody your business, but journaling also helps because it helps put your thoughts and emotions on paper so that you can have a better understanding of them. Because Cancer, you're a very powerful being. We are ruled by emotions. Not that we ruled by emotions, but emotions are very powerful. Like I said, without emotions, there's no life. So understanding those emotions that you experience as a Cancerian, it can be very powerful. So just journaling, writing down your emotions, writing down how you feel, and all of those things could be very beneficial for your well-being. So Cancer, you are a water sign, and I already explained the correlation between water and the moon. So you being water, you are very powerful. Water has a lot of emotions, which is another aspect that makes you a very emotional sign, right? So your keyword is I feel, because you feel everything so deeply. Cancers are known to be a very sensitive sign, and this is and most people see it as like a negative thing. Oh my gosh, she's so sensitive. But I believe that, like, your sensitivity is your power. Your sensitivity is the driving force behind your intuition. You are so sensitive to your environment. Like, for example, if you walk inside a room, we all have the intuition power, but for you it is very like heightened because you are naturally a sensitive person. And the reason I say that it is your superpower is because you can use your intuition to get to the places that you want to get in life, to manifest things that you want in life, because you are already, when you become in control of your emotions, then you can use your emotions to attract the things that you want in life, and you use your sensitivity to direct you in the right directions, and the things that you do and you should do, and the things that you should not do, in order to get to where you want to be in life. You can also use the sensitivity because when you feel the vibes, it's just people's vibrations, like the vibrations that they are putting out there. So you can use the sensitivity to heighten your vibrations, to increase your vibrations, and feel the highest bliss and enlightenment that you can feel as a person. And part of your sensitivity is you read people easily. Like, you're a person that reads people easily. Like, you see shit from a mile away, you know. And one thing about Cancerian is that most of the time when you notice something, you don't say anything, you know. Like, just because you don't say anything does not mean that you don't see it or you don't feel it. You can tell when somebody is trying to deceive you or lie to you. So Cancer is a money sign, like a Taurus, you know. Taurus is known for the bag, so Cancer's on a money sign, and this means that you are more likely and easier and find it easy to attract money. But attracting money also means that you have to be in control of your emotions, because money is currency, right? And currency is vibration, so you have to be in vibrational alignment with the things that you want. And with Cancerians, you turn to feel like shit a lot because you let your emotions control you, you let your circumstances control you, you let your environment control you, so you turn to attract more shit. So if you allow yourself to feel good, like there was this lady that I was listening to, and she mentioned that sometimes you don't have to understand why you're happy. Like, why am I happy? Why am I happy? You know, you don't have to do that. Like, you can just allow yourself to be happy. It's a good feeling. Like, when I feel happy, I don't even try to find out why I'm happy anymore, because then when you go back, you can find that now you start thinking about reasons why that shouldn't make you happy and all of that. Then you go back to a shitty place. I've been saying a lot of shit, you know. But like, just allow yourself to be. Like, I think I've already said that, but I'm gonna say it until you get it, if you haven't got it. So because your money is ruled by emotion, the more secure you feel, the more abundant you feel, the more you're gonna attract money. But the thing about Cancerians is that you never feel secured with your emotions, so you will never feel secure with your money, no matter how rich you are. So work on that. I feel like you should work on that. And I think one of the reasons you are not secured is because you possess more of the upper chakras, so you are more intuitive and you just like high there, high vibe and all of that. And sometimes you just need to like ground your energy, and grounding your energy will make you feel satisfied and happy with what you have already, so that you can attract the things that you want in life. So if you ever feel yourself to be in a situation where you feel overwhelmed, like I said, you can give it to source or God creator. And another thing is, as water signs, we should always learn to flow. Like water, oh my gosh, this bird is just talking and doing the most, you know what I mean? Like, girl, please, bye. Anyway, so as water signs, we should always remember to just flow and just be, and stop trying to control water, you know, like trying to control the waves, like, oh my gosh, this wave, you know, trying to catch each wave and all of that. No, like sometimes you just flow and allow yourself to be turbulent, allow yourself, you know, like just flow, baby, just flow. You're a water sign, become one with the waters, you know. And if you want to connect to your water self, you can just like go to a river and just like maybe take a shower, you know, take a bath, you know, with crystals and all of that. Like, it helps you become connected with who you are as a person. Okay, so water holds a lot of memory, like I explained. So you tend to be a person that you like holding on to old things. Like, so you're a person that holds on to things that have happened in the past. So anything could trigger this. It could be scents, it could be flowers, it could be a certain sound and all of those things, and they could just take you back. You hold on to exes, you hold on to old friendships, old stories and all of that, you know. And like I said, release, you know, because we need to release the past so that we can experience a more cheerful future. I mean, you know. So yeah, that's one of the reasons you like always thinking about things that happened in the past, because water holds a lot of memory. So water loves stability, it loves commitment. So a person that loves, you would love to get into a relationship, a deep relationship where you can express your deepest emotions, you can express, you can pour your love out to someone, like just show them that you love them and not be afraid of getting hurt, and all of these things, because you are a water sign, you just want to pour, like pour all of that, pour yourself, and I also realized this when it comes to like your relationship. You tend to pour a lot of yourself out to people, and the advantage is with that is that it makes you a very good person, right? But the disadvantage comes when you do not have anything to pour. Like if your cup is not full, you should not be pouring to someone else's cup, and I feel like that's one of the things that I should, one of the lessons that I should take myself, that you should fill your cup first until it runneth over, and then when it runneth over, whatever runneth over will be for everybody else, but fill your cup first. You crave deep and meaningful relationships. So there's two types of Cancerians. There's ones that take time to want to be with someone, like they want to get to know you first before they get into a committed relationship. They take time, like you have to be patient with them. And then there's the second one who is so in love with the idea of love, so in love with the idea of kids, family, and all of that, and they turn to just like jump right in, like jump in there, and without even getting to know if the person is emotionally in a place or mentally in a place to be that partner that you crave. So every star sign is represented by a specific animal except for Libra, because they're represented by the scales. So Cancers are represented by the crab, right? So if we look at the physique and the nature of a crab, it will better understand how a Cancer behaves. So a crab does not walk straight towards something. So I feel like that's what makes you also like a cautious initiator, because you check your environment. Like you check your environment, you don't go straight for what you want. You check your environment and make sure that wherever you're going, it's safe enough. Like you want to make sure that your environment is safe before you go into a situation. And another thing is a crab shell is very hard, like so you tend to be very defensive. Like you don't want a person just coming for your character or coming for you, like you become very defensive, and you tend to be mean towards people that you do not and but once people get to know you, they experience the soft side of a crab, the gushiness, like the loving, the nurturing, the caring, the gentleness, and all of those qualities. And your shell also could be one of the factors that make you stop you from being an adventurous person, because even though you're a water sign, you're very adventurous. So you're a person that your shell, if you do not break out of your shell and allow yourself to live, you can live your life being in a shell and not being noticed, also coming from the childhood trauma that you probably experience. But also your shell makes you very strong and tough. So we live in a world of dualities, both negatives and positives, yin and the yang. So I think this is one of the reasons you should just understand and find the balance between each factor of yourself. And if we look at this, the crab, it's like snappy. So you tend to be very snappy. Like you just snap. Like people don't really have to say a lot to make you snap. You can just snap out of like, and you also don't mind cutting people off. Like you got that scissor naturally, like you just cut people off if you don't feel the energy. Like I said, you're very intuitive, you roll over the third eye. So if you feel bad vibes, cutting that person off, okay. Every star sign rules over a specific body part, and Cancerians rule over the breast for the women, and chest for the men, and the womb for women, and stomach for everyone. So The chest is very nurturing and the breasts are very nurturing. I mean, like, esifubeni sendoda. You know what I mean? So it's very nurturing. So um there's nothing more nurturing than the womb, right? You nurture a child from before they were, I don't know, before they were even a fetus. You nurture all the way until they outside, and you nurture with your breast. And then you nurture with your love. Like, you're a very nurturing person, and yeah, man, that when it comes to the development of the stages, you are at the beginning of the development of the stages, which we have the child, adult, and teenager. So because you are the fourth zodiac sign, you are going to be part of the first four of the zodiac signs, which is going to be the babies of the zodiac signs. These means that you are, as a child, prone to selfishness. So as much as you're a caring, loving, giving person, you turn to be selfish, and um you know how to, like, uzicabangela, just think for yourself, like, and fuck everybody else, and I think that's a great quality to have, because as much as we can be giving, we should mostly give to us as much as we give to other people, like, yeah, you are easily wounded and you hardly show emotions. Like, you're a person that has a wall up. Like, you don't like crying in front of people. You don't like people to see that you're vulnerable, because when people see that you're vulnerable, then they find like a key to, like, do shit to you. So you don't want people to do that. So you rather have your guard up. You rather, like, people, you don't want people to know you like that, and all of that. And that is the child personality. You cannot express your emotions. You find it very hard to express your emotions. And another thing could be you feel judged for your emotions, because being an emotional sign, it means that growing up you're probably told to not be so emotional. But another positive thing to being a baby of the zodiac sign, it means that you are, like, you have pure emotions. You have pure vibes about you. Like, you're not a person to try to deceive people or any of that shit. So last but not least, how to center yourself. So like I said, water flows. So instead of trying to control your turbulence in your life, you should just flow with it, right? And allow yourself to be, and you can meditate. You can take a sound bath. You can take a bath. You can go out to water, look at water, be inside water, become one with water, take a shower, cleanse yourself, flow, like anything that has to do with water. And you can gaze at the moon. Like, sometimes just look at the moon, feel connected with the moon, and meditate under the moon, charge your crystals, like anything that can make you feel like enlightened and everything. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the other videos. I'm going to be dropping I'm going to be dropping moon rising, life paths, like anything spiritual and becoming one with ourselves. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and share. It really helps with my channel. So thank you so much. Peace and love, and namaste.